Podcast with Jensen Maydew, Tony Caranco, and your host, Wes Underwood.
Welcome into the Sports Timeout Podcast, brought to you by Jefferson's, and Chiefs win, so do you. 50-cent wings after the Chiefs win, and then Robert's Integrative Dentistry in Joplin. Go check out Robert's Integrative Dentistry if you're in need of a brighter, straighter smile. Yeah. Get your appointment today at 417-622-0404. Wes Underwood along with Tony and Jensen. Before we buckle in, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. Yeah. We got a good show once again. Y'all ready?
Ready.
All right. Here we go. We'll get into it, and Ghetto Tacos sponsors this NCAA Top 25 talk, and be sure to go get 10% off today of your burrito orders, and Mizzou back in, okay, back in the top 25 at 20. We're getting a little ridiculous here with some other teams, though. I mean, Air Force has entered into the top 25, absolutely played nobody, absolutely not.
I agree, but you still got to put some respect on it. I mean, they haven't lost.
I mean, I guess that's true, and I guess they lead their conference. So, I mean, I guess one team per conference in the top 25, maybe.
Yeah,
but
maybe at 25, at that. But.
Yeah. But again, played no one. I mean, yeah, respectable at 6-0. We'll see. And then Wyoming. I mean, I respect undefeated North Carolina, though. Wyoming is an odd one, and I'm just going to leave that out. They don't belong there at all. I mean, they have one loss, but they're in the top 25. But undefeated North Carolina, they beat the Hurricanes. I'll give them that one. I'll take that. If they go undefeated, they deserve top 10, though. Maybe even top 5, but that's a conversation for later. And then lastly for me, Notre Dame in the top 15 after losing to Ohio State and Louisville. I mean, if they lose to Clemson next week, get them out. They're done. But anybody else have any thoughts on it?
Yeah, I don't know why Notre Dame is so high. They're what? I think 15.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
They have 2 losses. That's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
I feel like there's some politics involved in there, but that's all I'm gonna say about that.
Probably.
I don't know. Louisville shouldn't even be anywhere close there, but they should be out.
And fight round 1.
I really don't.
No.
Yeah. Still a loser.
Yeah, strong there. Jensen's winning the fight now. Let's go.
No, I don't really have anything against Louisville. Which one was the one that you said that shouldn't be in the top 25, Wes? That was the one I was wanting to touch on.
I mean, 2 of them for me. You kind of
Wyoming,
Air Force, but yeah, Wyoming. Like,
yeah.
Okay.
No, I mean, if the Air Force is in it, I think Wyoming, should be in it as well. I think Wyoming beats the Air Force in my opinion, but.
I mean, Wyoming and Air Force, if Air Force stays undefeated and so does Wyoming, they should just have a bowl of their own for the top, 11 and 10 seed or something? I don't know.
The JV bowl.
Yeah, it'd be interesting.
It'd be cool.
Next, we go ahead and move into the NFL, and we talk Baker Mayfield. He has the Bucs at 3-2, has over 1,000+ yards in 5 games, 3 picks. Great defense on that team. I mean, do you guys think he gets them to the playoffs? And if so, how far do they go?
Yeah, I don't. It's possible. I mean, he's taken the Browns to the playoffs. I feel that's like a harder task, and he's a few years older, a little bit wiser. Hopefully, his head is a little bit better. Not making a bunch of bonehead mistakes, not trying to force things that aren't there.
I mean, 3 picks.
Right. But it helps that he has a good defense to, back him up.
Yeah.
If he has explosive players on his team, then he can exploit, some people's defenses still. Because no matter what, he still has a fighter's chance, in my opinion. I mean, he can, he's not the guy that I would want to say I could consistently rely on.
Yeah.
But if he shows up, if he chooses to show up, he could, mess around and win a Super Bowl. Just if he just goes on a hot streak, and then he'll be trash after that. But I mean, I can just see, like he still has that fighter spirit. So
Yeah.
I can respect him enough for that.
Agree. Jensen?
I don't necessarily agree that he would win a Super Bowl, but playoffs, like getting them to the playoffs, I think that he's, like Tony was saying, wiser, and he's still a great quarterback. So,
Yeah.
I wouldn't count him out of playoffs. I don't know about the whole getting a ring thing, but yeah.
Yeah. No,
Okay.
I don't think it's likely. I'm just saying, like, I can just see him doing it just because, sometimes he goes on a hot streak where he's like, oh, he's really good, and if that coincidentally, lands on him being in the playoffs, I'm just saying he can make a decent run or at least be competitive.
Yeah.
Right.
Absolutely. Now, a guy that played for the Bucks, played with Brady. We talk Julio Jones as the acquisition from the Eagles. And yeah, I mean, 300 yards in 5 games with 2 touchdowns. That's what he had when he played for the Bucks last year. And reunites with AJ Brown. You guys like it? Dislike it?
Yeah, I mean, I think I like it. Now with Aaron Rodgers making himself seen a little bit more, I think he's planning a mid-season comeback, and hopefully it's some cool. But the conspiracy theorist in me thinks that he might have faked his injury just so he can get a break and just come
I
in
mean,
mid-season.
we all saw that thing snap, man.
Just saying, that's
Hey.
pretty fast recovery. That's what's weird to me. I'm not saying that you're wrong about that. I'm just saying it's such a quick recovery, and I know he's
It's
an
mental.
athlete, but he's an old athlete. No, I don't think that. I don't think so.
Hey, I mean, we watched Kobe go back out on the floor with that Mamba mentality. He shot his free throws and then he came out.
Right. Sure. I mean, that's a little bit different, I think. But
Right. That's way different, Wes. Sorry. I'm gonna actually side with Tony.
All right.
Shooting a
That
free
Mamba
throw versus like running and playing football.
I mean, if you're the GOAT,
I mean,
LeBron gets hurt, he just flops to the floor, so he's not a GOAT.
that's true.
that's fair.
But
He's a good actor.
yeah. Not in
He's
Space
really
Jam
good at
2,
reading
though.
the first page of the book like 20 days in a row.
That's what you do, especially today's generation.
Right. It's like, what's this little dot about?
You know. All right. We'll go ahead and move on. Next up, we talk Chiefs. And, I mean, they get Mecole Hardman back on Wednesday from the Jets. The Jet is back with Swift, Kelsey, and the gang. I mean, what else could you like? He saw them in New York. He loved it, was chatting it up with Pat Mahomes, and boom. But, yeah, he was looking forward to Rodgers this season. That happened. And then Clark also maybe coming back to Kansas City, went to a division rival, then made comments while he was there that there's no rivalry between the two. And then last week, he didn't play with an illness. And I don't know. I mean, if signed this week, could potentially play against his former team who paid him over $3 million, then he paid back $1.7 million of it. He made a little bit of a payday out of that. Basically, the Chiefs don't even have to pay him a whole lot if they get him back, too. I mean, it looks like the Chiefs will get Mecole and him, pending Clark's physical. And then, yeah, I mean, not much owed there. Brett Veach, well done again. I don't know how you do it. I mean, was it his plan to tell Clark to go to the Broncos? Hey, go to the Jets, Mecole, and we'll trade back for you later because we know they're not going to use you. But, I mean, that's almost what it looks like. But your thoughts here, do they make a difference? We also, here in this video, have the results off of our Facebook poll. And, yeah, I mean, 82% of people think that the Chiefs are going to benefit from this when they both get there. So, and if they both get there. But do you guys think, what are your thoughts?
I say no.
Yeah, you were one of them.
Yeah. I mean, I think that the dynamic that the Chiefs have right now is fine. I don't think they need to throw anything in there to try to, uh, mess it up. I'm not
Yeah.
saying that they're toxic or not, but like you just never know when you throw in two, you know, bigger, maybe you could say a little bit more tenured players,
Yeah.
that have literally been there. Maybe I don't know, like maybe it does something to the dynamic.
Mecole's good with Mahomes though. I don't know what it is.
I'm not saying like Mahomes and him don't have like a good connection. I'm just saying that it maybe it throws something else off in the locker room.
Yeah, could be.
Potentially. I'm not saying like obviously they're great players and they on paper they should make a good difference.
Yeah.
But it could also be a hindrance depending on the mentality. We don't know that. We're not there behind the scenes. I'm just playing devil's advocate really.
All right. Fair enough.
Yeah. I mean, but I feel like I get your point, Tony, because I feel like chemistry is a lot of like the main thing in sports, really, of like how great teams are great.
Yeah.
So I do agree with that, but I also think that with Andy Reid and like how good of a coach he is and how like highly respected he is even by his players, I think that he would be able to like snip that or like you know what I mean, like take care of any like
Keep in
drama.
mind that keep in mind though, these guys are coming back. So
Yeah.
they're either playing or they're not playing. And if they are playing, somebody is getting benched. So
Right.
Well, I
so
see Mecole coming because Watson got hurt, so he'll be out for a while. So that's where Mecole will fit in now. Clark
fair enough.
with the guy coming in that's coming in on defense, and I don't want to butcher the last name. I know what it looks like, but it starts with a no. We'll put it at that. But he looks good. He's healthy. Everybody says he's looking great. He's kept in shape during his suspension, so I'm excited for that. I think it's like O'Monahue or something like that, but yeah. I don't know. Frank Clark maybe comes in and just kind of, like you said, helps out the morale of the guys, like just amps them up and then comes in and plays kind of like what Brandon Williams did last year in the playoffs and just play those third downs, put extra pressure. Maybe. I don't know. But
Yeah. And it's always nice to have like a deeper bench because injuries, you never know. So
yeah,
Right.
absolutely. Next up, we'll go ahead and talk Jensen's subject here because she's got that grin probably getting ready to start. And yeah, I mean, well deserved. Your dad did call it in 4 games, though. I'll give him that, but he called the wrong team, obviously. And I don't know. Aces in the Liberty. Aces win 3-1. Liberty gave a scare. It was a great battle until the end. And the Aces did it without Gray and Stokes. I mean, are you surprised it went 4? And then, yeah, I mean, congrats. But are you surprised it went 4?
no, I'm not surprised it went 4. I mean, I'm disappointed because I think it would have been cooler if they swept Liberty after like all the talk of this like super team.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
but I'm actually kind of surprised that they won the 4th game with those 2 key players out.
Yeah.
Not that I don't trust Asia and the rest of the team, but like we were talking about, like the chemistry is just different.
Yeah.
Those 2 big players are off the floor. So,
It's
but
true.
it was a really good game, and I don't know, you could tell like the fight that both teams had to win that game. Like Sabrina with the big like 3 at the end, Vandersloot
Yeah.
with the big 3. When Vandersloot
Oh, yeah.
got that last 3 at the end of the game, I was like, "Oh my God." Because she was on.
Vandersloot in the video game, by the way, is just like super clutch. Like she just makes it from everywhere. I'm like, she's the Steph Curry of the basketball like video game, and I'm like, all right, well, I need her on my team, so I always trade for her whenever I get her. So
Yeah, yeah. So she had a really good look at the end,
yeah,
so it did make me nervous, but thankfully, but
yeah.
mostly it was just, like I just wanted to talk trash with my dad, so I'm just glad the Aces won.
So what do those texts look like right now?
Yeah, well, I was a little wrong because after the second game, I sent him like the broom emojis for a
Oh
swoop,
gosh,
but that didn't work out. But it's
Nice.
I do wish though that I think Wes, we were talking about this earlier, that I wish that they would have lost this
Yeah.
game so that they could have won at home.
Yeah,
Just 'cause
that's true.
nothing like winning at home, like with your fans and being able to just go back to your house that night.
But with that close of a game, I can understand why they wanted to pull hard and win it out because, I mean, if you end up losing it at home, then it's like, oh, what do we do?
Right, right.
So
But
I
it
get
was
it.
a series though.
Yeah, absolutely. Another good series. We go to the MLB and we talk the ALCS and the NLCS. I mean, it's been a fun series so far. 4 teams that have, I mean, really just been classified as underdogs all year. In the AL, you have 5 seed and a 2 seed, Rangers and Astros. And then in the NL, you have a 6 seed in the Diamondbacks and a 4 seed in the Phillies. I mean, it's crazy because I talk ticket prices here now. The average ticket for these games thus far between Arizona and Philly, $14, $26 in between there. And then 14 in Arizona, 26 in Philly if you want to get more specific. I'm like, for a CS game, like that's cheap. I mean, those are the average low prices. I remember the Royals ALCS was around 75 to $100. I mean, I went to one of those. And then the World Series for the Royals when you went there, because they're a small market team, $200. Like you go to these small markets, but people want Yankees, people want Boston, people want the Dodgers, people want Vegas. I mean, all those guys. And then you go to those games and they're like thousands upon thousands of dollars. But that being said, each series has been fun so far. The Astros and the Rangers have had a great Texas battle. The Diamondbacks have made it fun in that series against the Phillies. But who are your predictions for the World Series? I mean, I have the Rangers and the Phillies. It'll be America's game and America's city of flags and brotherly love. But yeah, who you guys got?
I'm going Astros and Phillies.
Okay.
Tony?
I'll say Astros just because they always find a way to cheat. Um, and then I don't really know who else is on the other side.
Just go Philly.
Sure, we'll go with.
I mean, they're
Philly.
good. They're good. I'll admit it. That's one Philly team I actually like. So, you know. But, all right. On that note, we head into Sporting Kansas City talk. Make the final push this weekend. All they need to do is win. Portland, Dallas, or San Jose needs to lose. Sporting would get a wild card. If all 3 of them lose, Sporting would jump into the 7 seed and miss out of the wild card round, which, I mean, a lot of fans would love that, but I don't think it's going to happen. But yeah, so for the Sporting team, I mean, just get the win, sit back, watch, head to Minnesota, who is also pushing to get in. That's where they're going to play. So go in there, get that win. If you both tie, then you're both eliminated. So one of the teams needs to win, and preferably Sporting. I mean, we're all Sporting fans here. At least I hope so. And then Sporting, yeah, I mean, just play for it all. That's all you got to do. Go in, winner's mentality. It's one game at a time at this point, especially when you're in elimination round already. Yeah, I mean, they kind of put themselves there, but, you know, they came out of the hole. They've done what they needed to do. They've proved the fans wrong. I really love what's going on. So excited for him. You guys excited for him?
Yeah, of
Yeah.
course.
And I hope they prove me wrong too, because I mean, I kind of said a while back that they were out. So
Yeah.
I really hope they do prove me wrong, because obviously I want them to win.
I mean, that was our mid-season prediction. Like, I gave them a little bit more hope, but I was kind of in the same boat with you. But now where they're at, wow.
Right. Yeah. I mean, this is kind of how I expect them to go out either way. They either make it barely or they barely miss it. I mean, so
it's crazy.
they're in a tough situation, but like you said, they put themselves in it.
Yeah.
And hopefully, they've had a pretty good second half of the season. Obviously,
Absolutely.
because when they first started out, they've been pretty bad. So they've been playing catch up pretty much ever since. So I mean, they definitely have that dog in them. So
They need
I
every
agree.
single player to be on the same page. They can't have costly
Right.
mistakes. And Peter Vermees has just repeated it and repeated it and repeated it. I mean, he's correct. He knows what
does.
he's doing. He's got this team from last place all the way up to almost possibly by the end of the season in the 7th seed. So they've
Right.
come a long way.
For sure.
On that note, we now head into the local sports update brought to you by Trackside Burgers. They're open at 1515 West 10th Street. Go get a brisket monster. Got a patty, got the cheese, fried mac and cheese bites, crispy onions, barbecue, ranch over the pickles and the onions on a toasted bun. I mean, I'm hungry. Hungry. Speaking of hungry though, I got yeah. It's making my mouth water right now. But
For sure.
got a chance to sit down with Nevada Girls Golf Division 1 Power 5 golf at that commit Miss Emree Cameron. Take a look. And we bring in Nevada Girls Golf State Champ in Class 3, also record holder for shooting a 10 under, and new Louisville women's golf commit, Miss Emree Cameron. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Man, it's been a week, but the weekend's here. I'm betting you're glad the week's over with how everything resulted. Plus, golf's
Oh, yeah.
over for a little bit, right?
Yes, it is.
But first off, congrats on that, by the way, becoming a
Yeah.
state champ. And
Thank
how are you
you.
feeling? You're welcome. How are you feeling after all that? And can you kind of tell us what the last few days have been like for you?
Oh my God, they've been crazy. I mean, like, it feels amazing for me because Nevada hasn't had a state champion for golf since 1984, Billy
Oh, man.
Wynn. And to even go out and win state and then end up breaking the state record for 36 holes with par 72. I mean, it just is crazy to me that I just also did that. Like, I wasn't expecting to go out and do that as well.
It's incredible. And I mean, again, state record. I mean, that
Yeah.
speaks for itself. And another congratulations along this way, and that's your signing with Louisville.
Yeah.
I mean, now
Thank
you're
you.
only a junior in high school. What factors kind of influence you to decide this early on your journey to commit?
Well, I was when I took a visit there, the coaches were just amazing and I loved them. And the facilities were off the charts. And with junior golf, you start getting calls June 15th after your sophomore year. And in my eyes, and probably in other junior golfers' eyes, it is very competitive. Like, you don't know how long a coach is going to hold the offer for because they have other girls that they could want to offer, and those girls might be wanting to make a decision quicker. And so, I mean, just be able to like find a college that you love and that you want to go to. It's like, why not just go ahead and commit? I mean, you have all the signs and everything. So that was my sign. I loved it. I fell in love there and I committed.
So you speak of the love, you speak of the commitment. Why
Yeah.
Louisville? What caught your eye there? And also, how many other offers did you receive along the way?
So what caught my eye there, a big thing that caught my eye was the facilities because I could see myself going and getting better with those facilities. And with the coaches, I could see the coaches pushing me to get better and better because, I mean, they just have so much support and even like love for us because they're going to become like our family there.
Yeah.
And with other offers, I'd rather just kind of keep that private for the colleges and stuff.
Okay.
I
Okay.
did, however, take a visit to KU and Mizzou, and then right after I took my visit to Louisville, and I just fell in love with it. It felt like home with me there, and I told my parents, I'm like, that's where I want to go to college.
Awesome. Respect that on not revealing the others. I do. I do. There are a lot of people who would
Yeah.
jump on that. That's why I asked. But yeah, I get it. I get it. Next up, those things aside, can you tell us about your journey in golf and how it kind of prepared you for continuing on after high school?
Yeah, so I've been competitively playing golf since I was 7 years old. I play 11 months of a year. I take about 1 month off, not even that, because I just want to get right back in it. But then I play in 10 to 20 tournaments
Wow.
outside of high school golf prior to it. And then, of
Okay.
course, I go and I play high school golf. But when I was younger, before high school, I was playing in a lot of tournaments because when I was little, I'd compete in US Kids, and I played about like 25 tournaments.
Wow.
And so being able to have that much playing time and practice time has really brought me to where I am. And I mean, I wouldn't have it any other way. Like, I love the sport. I love the competition. I love competing. And that's just, I really love it. And that's just kind of brought me to where I am, is having the support that I've had with my family and coaches and everything.
I mean, you speak of that love, support, and everything. What are your expectations for yourself in terms of performance and growth, knowing you have already committed to the next level?
Even though I've already committed to the next level, I mean, that doesn't change anything for me. It just gives me like drive and motivation to even get better. Like, I still expect myself to go out and try and get first. Like, I want to
Yeah.
be at the top of that leaderboard. I want to be doing the best I can. I'm still going to practice hard and even harder in my upcoming years, because I want to go to college and I want to be one of the best on the team, and I want to be traveling, and I want to take the team with my other teammates to the NCAA championship.
Yeah.
And I want to show my coaches, like, I'm not just relaxing because I've committed. Like, just because you've committed doesn't mean you just put it in chill mode. No, you still go and want to show the coaches what you can do.
Absolutely. All right. Last serious question here. Then we're going to ask some fun ones. Not only do you golf, but you do CrossFit. You have classes going on. You probably have more that we don't even know about. How do you handle the pressure and stay focused during these important tournaments or matches with all of that going on? I mean, you had to be like laser focused to be able to do what you just did for the state championship. So,
Yeah. So when I was 9, I qualified for drop, trip, and putt at Augusta. And right when that happened, all the media started going on me. I started having TV interviews and everything. And then whenever you get to Augusta, I mean, it's just cameras everywhere. And it it's it's a lot of pressure for a 9-year-old. And so having pressure since I was like 9,
uh-huh.
I mean, I've been able to kind of deal with it. And I actually like it because like, I like the people watching me.
Okay.
I like having
Okay.
that putt for a win that has pressure on me, because I mean, it's for the win. Of course, we should have pressure. But I've always kind of had that since I was 9. I went to Augusta, and I don't mind it one bit. So yeah,
It's awesome. All right.
thank you.
We're going to go ahead and put 2 minutes up on the clock here in just a second and finish on a fun note here. We do that. And are you ready for some rapid fire questions?
Okay.
All right. So there's our timer. It is
I see.
started. Favorite athlete.
Travis Kelce.
Okay. Okay. Are you Swifty? I'll add that in there.
I am a Swiftie.
All right. All right.
Yeah, I'm happy
Are
about that
you a Travis
relationship.
Kelce fan because you're a Swifty?
No, I've always been a Travis Kelce fan.
Okay.
Me and my mom. And then Taylor Swift just came into the picture, and it was like,
All right. All right. Fair
love.
enough. Favorite golfer.
Tiger Woods.
Okay. Okay. Favorite coach.
My coach, Rick Burke.
Okay. Favorite food.
Hibachi.
All right. Fair enough. Fair enough. Can't go wrong there. Favorite musical artist.
Travis Scott. I
Okay.
love him.
All right. Favorite song to pump you up while golfing.
Probably Meltdown by Travis Scott featuring Drake. It just pumps me up. I don't know why.
Favorite restaurant. You mentioned hibachi, but favorite restaurant to eat at while you're traveling.
Culver's. I love Culver's.
Okay. Favorite course to play at.
The beach course in Hawaii on the Big Island.
All right. Yeah, that'd be a fun one. No doubt.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's beautiful.
What's one word of advice you would give to another aspiring high school golfer who is looking to play at the collegiate level?
I would say to have fun. I mean, because you're going to go to college and you're going to be on a team and everything. And like, being able to have those high school years and have fun while you're in high school and just still play competitive golf and take it seriously. I mean, you just want to have fun in the process, because I mean, high school goes by so fast and you don't want that process to like not be fun for you. And so I'd say just have fun while you're doing it.
Awesome. Man, well done. I mean, like you mentioned, you like the media and all that stuff. you finished
Yeah.
that like a champ. So congratulations on that too. I mean,
Thank you.
yeah. So, well, enjoy the rest of your school year, and you have senior year coming up. Maybe we'll get another interview
do.
in before then, and before that
Oh,
time's
for
up.
sure.
And yeah, congratulations
Yeah.
on everything, and take care.
Thank you. Yes, you too. Thank you so much.
Awesome. Great stuff out of her. Great stuff out of her. Looking forward to the rest of her career and hopefully get to watch her at Louisville. Can't wait until she comes back on. Talk to her off camera. She wants to come on and talk some Chiefs sometime. That'd be awesome. I'd be down for that. But all right, we'll head into the 2-minute warning brought to you by Hot Stone Pizzeria. Not feeling like cooking this weekend? Go grab some pizza by the slice over there. Only Wednesday through Saturday. And yeah, time for picks. I believe it's Tuesday through Saturday now, by the way. I forgot about that. But yeah, Joplin heads to Neosho. And yeah, 2 minutes on the clock. Let's go.
Joplin.
Joplin.
I have Joplin too. I mean, Neosho gave Webb City a run for their money, but then fell apart. So yeah, Joplin. Oh, Webb City heads to Branson. Who you got?
Webb City.
Webb City.
I'll go Webb here in the season finale. They're trying to hold their spot in the playoffs. CJ hosts Republic. Who you got?
Republic.
Okay.
I'll go CJ.
I'll take Republic here. Carthage hosts Willard. Who you got?
Carthage.
Carthage.
I'll go Carthage. Number 20, Mizzou hosts South Carolina. Who you got?
No, Mizzou.
Mizzou.
Okay. I'll go Mizzou. Arkansas hosts Mississippi State. Who you got?
Arkansas.
Mississippi State.
I'll take Mississippi State here. NCAA Division II, MSSU heads to Lincoln this weekend. Who you got?
MSSU for sure.
All right, that sounds confident. I'm gonna copy MSSU.
I'll go Moso too. And then Sunday night, Miami, Philly. Who you got? NFL now.
Yeah. That one's tough. Where is it at?
Leave in Miami. Could be wrong there.
Well, I don't know.
Depends
if
where
in
it's at.
Philly- I think so.
Okay.
I think it really just depends where it's at. But I'm gonna go with Miami on this one.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go Miami.
I'm going to take Philly. Monday night, 49ers, Vikings. Who you got?
Vikings.
Sure, Vikings.
49ers. 49ers.
They're good. But I think the Vikings can do it.
Yeah, I do too. I mean, Vikings are looking to get in, but I'll take 49ers here. We'll see. Prove me wrong. Prove me wrong. Well, music's here. So is the end of another episode for Tony, Jensen, Clint, myself. Have a great and safe rest of your weekend. Make sure you go get some Ghetto tacos before your game this weekend. Get 'em Fridays, 10% off burritos. And yeah, if you can't get it this weekend, Taco Tuesdays or Thirsty Thursdays, one free drink per entree. But yeah, y'all have a great weekend and see y'all next week on the Sports Timeout